roots of equation using Newton-Raphson's method. So this method is actually nice. It's okay. You can use your calculator as well, but I'm just going to show you or teach you a few acts and walk through. So first off, we are given this is our f of x, and we are not giving our roots. So the first thing I would do on a normal day is okay, input this into your calculator, start trying 1, 2, 3, and whatnot. But as a smart guy, you can always put this in your calculator, and it's going to tell you directly what the number that will give you zero is, and you just mess around. If it gives you, let's say it gives you 2.5 as the number that will give you 0.09, you're just going to mess around and use 2.2 and use 2.52, something like that. So you fall in between, because your goal, remember, is to always get -1 and positive number. You get when you input one number and the other you want to get. So for this now, there's something tricky about this question, right? So for this equation, yeah, another thing, you need to get your A game up, because you'll be differentiating a lot when it comes to this side of this method. So the first thing you need to pay attention to, the input 2 here, the input 2.5 here, it gave us -1 and -5. So I'm going to draw a number line now. Oh, I can't even use my pen. Then it's okay. I was going to try draw a number line, but I can't do that. So how do I do this? How do I do this? I'm trying to explain something. So for this now, right? Some of you might be like, okay, let's do 2 plus 2.5 divided by 2. Then whatever number it gives you, it falls in the center. That is actually wrong. You're going to spend too many time counting and counting and counting, because there is no way the half, like how would I say this? Okay, let's just do math. This is -1, right? So next after -1 is 0. We now have 1, we now have 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel me? So now if it was something that it was -1 and 1, I would have said you should do the average, 2 plus 2.5, but no, 5 is very very far away from 0, but -1 is closer. So if I were you, I would choose a number that is close to 2, but you can always use a calculator. I think calculator will tell you maybe it's 2.1, like the exact figures or something. So now this is why I say you fall victim. Let's just jump here. As you can see here, 2.1, right, is giving us 0.01. So if we are done what I said earlier, doing divided by 2, addition of these 2 plus this, 2 plus 2.5 divided by 2, I think you get 225. And can you see 225 is way too far from 2.1? You're still going to be getting things like probably positive these far away from 0, so it's going to waste your time. You just need to pay attention to your number. This is -1, this is 5. So our way is closer to 0. You feel me? So this guy is closer to 0. You're going to choose a number that is closer to 2 to get your center number. So let's work on. So now you need to differentiate. You know how to differentiate. 3 times this, then 3 minus 1, it falls to 2. Then this cancels the hex, it becomes 2. Then you input your figures, which is 2 and 2.5. So this is the main formula you need to cram. This formula, you need to cram it to find your A1 is our future here. We are looking for the future, the next A. Then this is the present A that we know, and this is like the normal equation and differential equation, right? So as you can see, the present A we know is 2, right? This 2, we know this 2. So when we input 2 into the equation, that's our f of A -1. So we're going to have -1 here, then differential version of it. So where do we do differential here? So differential here, we input 2 here, we got 10, so over 10, right? Is that making sense? Yeah, so 2.1. Okay, so as I was saying, since we got 2.1, cool, we are not supposed to use 2.1 in our next line. Now let's ask ourselves, why did these people use 2? Right? Why did they not use 3, or sorry, why did they not use 2.25? They used 2 instead, because the figure 2 was closer to 1. We would have fallen victim saying 2 plus 2.5, like I said earlier. So they used 2, and 2 kind of guided them to 2.5, 2.1. So using 2.1 now is kind of guide them to get their 0. Yeah, so getting their 0, they input everything, they look for the differential version when f of x is equals to 2.1. So they got this, then they did the equation, inputting equation and differential equation, inputting that answer. You get what I'm saying, Sha? So see the answer here. This is the normal equation 0.06, and this is differential equation 11.23. So they put it here. So